Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I thought to do random thoughts about home buying in 2021. So I've been really seriously considering buying a home in 2021 for the first time. However, I wanted to make sure that it wasn't being triggered by the pandemic or low interest rate or the frenzy of people who are buying homes at the moment. And the reason why I say that is because I'm really conscious about not being house poor. And house poor means that from the outside, it looks like, wow, you're doing great in life, like you own a home. But so much of your money goes towards the mortgage and the maintenance of the house that you have no money left over to do anything else. If your money's going towards the home, anything extra like a vacation or a home improvement project that you want to do, you have to finance that. You have to put that on a credit card or take out a loan or some type of debt because you're house poor, you don't have any money. I wanted to make sure that I was thinking about buying a home for all the right reasons. And when I kind of think through my reasons, I feel pretty confident that I am thinking about buying a home for the right reasons, right? So for me, I don't want to buy a home because of all those reasons that I listed before. The pandemic, low interest rate, and everyone and their mother is moving out of the city and buying a home. I currently live in New York City, specifically Queens. It's my daughter and I, and she's fairly young. She's 21 months old. I'm 37 years old, so I'm no young spring chicken. So when I think about my reasons, I'm like, well, the main one is I want to set down roots for my daughter and I. Like, we've been renting her entire life, and I was renting right before she was born, so really it has nothing to do with her. So it's just sort of like after 37 years of renting, now with my daughter, I really want to like put down the roots, like find a good neighborhood for us so that, you know, this is the neighborhood she would grow up in and this is the neighborhood that I would be in as well, right? As I get significantly older into my retirement age, right? So I'm sort of looking for a place that would fit both of those extreme ends, right? So her being super young and then when I'm super old, right? Of course, I understand anything can happen in life, etc. But that's sort of what I'm thinking about right now. So one, we need to set down roots. It's time to stop spending money on rent. Now, in that same breath, I don't think owning a home is cheaper than renting. Like, I see a lot of that online on YouTube, like, oh, you're throwing away money at rent, like it's so, like you'll be paying the same amount of money, you know, in a mortgage, or it'll be like cheaper, you know. And I'm like, that's absolutely not true. At least not when I crunch the numbers, right? Because right now I'm paying rent. Yes, I'm paying electricity and gas as well, but that's on so let's talk about utilities, right? So utilities, okay, I'm paying utilities for 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 1 living room, small, New York City small, right? So keep that in mind, apartment. I'm going to go from that to a home, paying utilities on that. Just common sense, that's going to be significantly more money paying utilities for a home that's way bigger than a 1 bedroom apartment. So that is more expensive to me. Also, the maintenance of a home, right? So whereas now I had some issues with the bathroom, with like the water not going down, and there was something that happened with the stove, and I have a super that would actually come and fix that. Now I would actually need to pay someone to fix all those different things because I'm not like a handy person, so that's additional cost. So when I crunch the numbers and when I think about the mortgage payment plus insurance plus PMI, because unfortunately I will not have 20% down, plus taxes, it's way more money than what I'm paying now. It's not like an extra $100. It's like an extra like $700 or more than what I'm paying right now. So I don't really understand individuals who say owning is cheaper, it's more expensive, and it's a bigger headache and stress, right? Because like I was saying, anything that happens to the home is on me. So what am I thinking? So I was doing research on different neighborhoods, areas. I was really looking in like the tri-state areas. I was looking at like Connecticut and New Jersey and Long Island, and there was just like nowhere I wanted to live. Now, to be fair, it's not a New York City tri-state thing. There's nowhere I want to live. It's not like I'm like, oh, I want to live in Chicago or San Francisco. No, there's nowhere I want to live. So I was having a really difficult time trying to like narrow down neighborhoods, and I was trying to go based off school district. But then, right, I'm thinking, okay, great school district, but how does that work for me, right? Because it would just be my daughter and I living in this home. So while yes, I want to consider school district, I also want to consider me, because I have to live there, right, for a really long time, right? She's really young. I need to live there for like 15 plus years. So I need to make sure like the neighborhood fits me as well. So I'm like looking at all these different areas in the tri-state. So I'm looking to decide because I had some of the areas. So I was looking at Trumbull, Connecticut, Fairfield, Connecticut, Huntington, New York. I was looking at Kensington, New York, Mount Laurel, New Jersey, South Windsor, Connecticut, all of like the South Jersey areas, Riverhead, New York, Patchogue, like just Lindenhurst, Lindenhurst, New York, Monroe, Connecticut, Avon, like just kind of all over the place, honestly. And I have no idea about any of these areas. And then one day I was on this Facebook group that's about individuals who are, moving, I guess, out of state of New York. And someone wrote a post about Pennsylvania, specifically Philadelphia. And I was like, I never even considered Pennsylvania. I never even considered the state of Pennsylvania, much less Philadelphia. And I was like, let me like check out the post. I don't know. So I clicked on the post, and the person was saying, oh, I'm thinking about moving to Philadelphia. Is there like any areas that you all highly recommend? And people were like posting responses, etc. So I just went on Trulia, which I really love that site. Just like check out the places that people were posting, right? Again, I never ever considered Pennsylvania before. And I was like, whoa, like some of these areas might actually work for like what I'm looking for. Because originally I was looking at suburbs, right? Because that's what you do, right? When you have a kid and you're thinking about school. But then I thought, because right now we live in Astoria, Queens, and I really like it a lot. It's not perfect. I can list many things that's wrong with Astoria, Queens. But overall, I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty content here. And if I could buy here, I would literally buy in this neighborhood. It's just that the homes are like $1 million and up, which is not in my budget as a single person. I don't even think if I was married, it would be there. But no, you need to be making a lot of money to afford a $1.2 million mortgage plus live a normal life. So I was like, oh my gosh, some of these areas really fit what I'm looking for both myself and my kid, and it's affordable. I was like, whoa. And Pennsylvania, Philadelphia is not far from New York. It's like a 2-hour drive from New York. I was like, wow, this might actually work. And I started getting so excited about some of these areas. So some of the areas are Fishtown, Maniac, I might be saying some of these cities wrong, Northern Liberties, Queens Village, Society Hill, and like Old Kensington. And most of those areas are sort of like row houses, which I'm like, that's perfect for us. Like, we don't need this big suburban home, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, big backyard. Like, it's just the two of us. Like, we don't need all this space. Like, what are we going to do with all this space? But I'm like, a row house is sort of like perfect for us, because I would be looking at like a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, with a backyard. I understand it's going to be small. That's fine. Again, it's just the two of us. And I'm like, even that's a lot of space, right? For 2 people, one being very, very small. But I feel like it's enough space for us as, you know, as my kid gets older in life. And it's something that won't be like overwhelming for me. And then we'll still be in the city. So it's sort of like moving our lifestyle in Astoria to Philadelphia. Now, I understand Philadelphia is not like New York City. I get that. So I'm not in some sort of bubble. But I'm like, the main things I'm looking for is that it's in like a city, and then it's walkable, which all those areas that I listed are. And it's the first time I've gotten so excited about a neighborhood or neighborhoods and like really seeing myself there, right? Because all the other neighborhoods that I've mentioned before in the Tri-State area, I don't know anything about them. And I was always kind of dreading like, I'm going to move out to Trumbull, Connecticut, and do what? Like, I don't know. I don't need a car. Like, all these different things. I'm like, I'm going to be in the suburbs, like, just kind of by myself out there. But now in like Philadelphia, I'll be like in a city. Like, I'll be able to do things. I'll be able to walk to things. I'll be able to walk to the park with, you know, with my daughter. Like, I'm really like seeing it all come together. And I'm like, when she's out of the home in 16 years or however many years, going off to college, I'm like, this is great. Then, you know, as I'm older, I can like walk to my groceries and like I won't be there by myself, just like out in the middle of nowhere. Like, I'll actually be in the city. So I'm really, really, really excited about these different areas in Philadelphia. Have I visited any of them? No. Right? So I'm talking based off like watching YouTube videos and reading online posts about these areas. So I actually need to go and visit, and I will be visiting them in 2021. But all of that to say, when I visit those areas, and if I really, really like it when I go there, which I really anticipate that I will, I'm going to start the home buying process in 2021, probably more later 21, so thinking like fall 2021. And if I find something, I am going to buy it. I'm like so excited about this, and I haven't gotten excited about the home buying process at all, because again, I just didn't know where I wanted to live. But like, I'm just like, wow, I could really, really see myself there with her. And then, you know, we can come and visit family in New York City. It's 2 hours away, whatever. I'm not worried about that. It's super close. So this is just a video, just me rambling about my home buying journey. Of course, I will document everything, but just wanted to put it out there that, yeah, I think we're ready. I'm not motivated by low interest rate or the fact that it's a pandemic or any of those other things. I'm just like, I'm ready to set down roots. I feel that financially we're in a good spot, right? Not a great spot, because a great spot to me would be able to buy the home cash. I'm debt free. I have my emergency fund. I'm close to having a down payment for the home, or not 20% like I mentioned, probably more like between that 5 to 10% range. I'm looking at the $400,000 or less price point. So we will see what happens. I just wanted to get my thoughts out there because, yeah, just wanted to document everything and see how it goes. So I will keep you posted on this exciting journey. All right, I will see you in the next video. Let me know if anyone has moved to Pennsylvania or Philadelphia, or you just moved anywhere, and let me know your journey and kind of how things went. Are you happy that you moved? Do you regret it? All right, I look forward to your comments. See you later. Bye.